Hey guys, it's Jason Lamb with another vlog for the Dare to Share Relational and Relentless blog. Something I've seen happening more and more on Facebook lately is an attempt to proclaim faith and share Christ more and more creatively. And there's some great things out there. I personally get inspired and I love it when I see images and pictures with verses on it. Just a source of encouragement. I think speaking God's truth into people's lives through Facebook is just a great way to share, how you feel about your faith and what that means to you. But there's something that I see more and more happening that is starting to irk me a little bit, and it actually took me back like 20 years when via email I would open my inbox and I'd get this short email about, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. If you're a believer in Jesus Christ, forward this email to everybody that you know. And then kind of the twist of the whole, if you deny me in front of your friends, I'll deny you in front of the Father. Kind of this guilt trip manipulation. If you love Jesus, forward this on and let everybody know that you're a Christian. And that used to bother me, and I'm not gonna lie, I deleted 99.9% of those emails. I may admittedly have passed one along at one point in time, but those things kind of bothered me, and so I was not shocked, but I was like, man, really, it's on Facebook now? When I logged in last week, and on my wall there was this image of this, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. Somebody else on Facebook who's a believer has challenged us all to repost this image with this statement in it, and the same thing, deny me in front of your friends, deny you in front of the Father. And I looked at that and I'm like, for somebody who maybe has never shared their faith, or they're very spiritually young, a spiritual infant, and that's maybe a first step in one of hopefully as many ways that they're expressing their faith and sharing their faith. Okay, baby steps, I can get it in that particular scenario, but for those of us who are believers, if we resort to these types of tactics for evangelism, it bothers me, and I get a little concerned and I get a little bummed out, and I look at that and I'm like, if you really take it to heart, the twist there at the end of deny me in front of your friends, I'll deny you in front of the Father, is Facebook really the best place for us to be proclaiming evangelism? And isn't that more to the point that we should be engaging our friends in conversation and sharing the gospel with them, and not denying God and our belief in Him in the flesh and blood, in the relationships we have with people? I think it's real easy sometimes to repost something on Facebook and people will see it, but there's no follow-up, there's no push for it, there's nothing that really drives it home with them. And then we do those types of things, but then when we're in the context of our relationships at school, at work, and other settings, and then we don't even bring Jesus up in conversation. We don't share the gospel with those people. And so I don't know, maybe it's just a pet peeve, maybe I'm overreacting to these types of things, but I'm like, man, if we really want to take the gospel serious, if we really want to evangelize, there's even better ways to do that on Facebook, and I actually list a few of them that I've come across below this video here in the blog. But I would just challenge us, let's really pray through what's the most effective way to share our faith, and certainly do what you can. Every effort to proclaim the gospel is better than no effort to proclaim the gospel, but I want to challenge us to really pray through what does it look like to do that most effectively in the context of the relationships we have, and not to manipulate and guilt other people into doing it by reposting these images. So that's my take on it. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to know what you guys are doing via social media to help advance the gospel and proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ to your friends. And so hit it up in the comments below. Thanks.